Hey, welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion Remastered. In this episode, we're going to continue on through the Colosseum Arena quest line and do some more stuff in fighting stuff.
You're hungry, Myrmidon. I can see it in your eyes. You ready to feed that hunger, huh? You ready for another match?
I am ready for another match. Sorry, I turned up my volume just a little bit.
No surprises with this next one. Just a high elf with a chip on her shoulder. Get up to that arena and make her beg for death.
A high elf with a chip on her shoulder. Well, I'm going to have to get rid of that chip. And I have to, as a matter of fact, just completely annihilate her. It's really that simple. Gonna have to annihilate her and the chip that's on her shoulder. Annihilate her and the chip that's on her shoulder.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome
Whoa, what the hell?
to the arena.
Why am I crouching?
You came here for
Who's
a
to
fight,
say, man?
and a fight you shall have. But talk is for the weak. You want
Talk
blood?
is for the weak, yes it is.
Lower the gates.
Okay, well let's go ahead and take on this, this high elf. Hello there! How's it going? I'm just gonna slice you a couple times. I have a powerful short sword. You have what appears to be a long sword, which is just a little bit scary, but at the same time, I can swing my short sword faster than you can swing your long sword, which is super nice. But the thing is that I'm probably going to have to try to find something better than a short sword here at some point. I would like to think. I'm going to have to try to find something a little better than this. But at the same time, that actually wasn't so bad. What's our difficulty at right now? What is our difficulty at? Where we want to be? Where we want to be difficulty-wise. That actually just wasn't all that difficult of a fight, which is perfect. Which is what I like to see. Now, where are we standing right now in terms of, well, our arena standings? Where are we at right now? We are a Myrmidon. Okay, that makes sense. We are a Myrmidon. Suppose that makes some level of sense.
I'm Ultima. They act all high and mighty until you leave them in a pool of their own blood. Here's your gold. Go take a breather.
Okay, now what we're going to go ahead and do next is we are going to go ahead and do, what's his face? Agronach's quest. So let's go ahead and take our armor and such out of here and put this armor in here so we can actually go do what we want to do here. So let's go talk to Agronach.
Hail, friend. I don't believe I've ever seen you down here in the Bloodworks before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Agranach Gromalag. Most people just call me the Grey Prince. It's kind of silly, I know, but the people of Cyrodiil need heroes. I'm more than happy to oblige. Ah, so you're an arena combatant. It's always good to meet a fellow warrior, especially one who isn't here just to kill the Grand Champion.
Well, that is ultimately my goal at some point. The Grey Prince.
Yes, it's what everyone calls me. I guess I'm partly to blame. I have never made it a secret that I'm actually only half orc. I am a lord's son, yet I've been denied the noble privilege to which I'm entitled. So I have become the Grey Prince, noble in my own right. Still, if I could prove who I really am and show the world that an orc can be noble in blood as well as deed, maybe, yes, you could help me.
I could help you. I may be able to help. Tell me more there, Agronach.
I grew up here in the Imperial City, but I was born elsewhere. My mother was a servant in the employ of Lord Leviticus and resided at his fortress. Lady Leviticus was a shrew of a woman. The Lord and my mother grew close and ultimately fell in love. I was the result of their union. When the lady learned of my birth, she was furious and threatened to kill both my mother and me. So we fled, leaving my claim to nobility behind.
Okay, please go on.
My mother died recently. Before she passed, she gave me this key and told me it would unlock the truth at the place of my birth, Crowhaven. Crowhaven is a ruined fort far to the west of here. I'd go myself, but my training regimen doesn't allow for the luxury of such an excursion. My friend, you must travel to Crowhaven and use the key to unlock whatever it is that holds the proof of my birthright. Find this proof and return it to me, and I'll share with you some of my finest combat techniques. Trust me, you can't learn these moves in a book.
Yeah, I can do that for you there, Agronak. Quest added, Origin of the Grey Prince. What do we got here? The Origin of the Grey Prince. Agronak Grumalog, the Imperial Arena Grand Champion, has sent me on a quest to find proof of his noble birthright. I must journey out to the west to a place called Crowhaven and begin my search. Grumalog has provided me with a key I will surely need, but even he is unsure of what it opens. So let's go ahead and go on over to Crowhaven. Let's make our way over there. Now, there is an area in Crowhaven that we're not going to be able to go through because of the simple fact that we do not have silver. So we're only going to be able to do the first little area of Crowhaven. If we had silver, we would have been able to do the extra part, but we do not currently have silver, so we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because that's extra experience, that's extra, that's extra talent that we could be able to acquire, but unfortunately, that is not something we're going to be able to do. So let's make our way all the way over there. Let's go to Anvil. Hold on, is there anything in my inventory that I need to get rid of, perchance? I don't see. Well, I have some silver arrows, I suppose. I suppose that works. But we do have this enchanted sword. So I suppose we entirely could go through the side area of Crowhaven. Do we have anything I can use to regenerate my sword? I have the Varla Stone. I suppose I could use that, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to use that yet. I am not entirely sure what I want to do there. Well, I suppose we'll just go ahead and go to the Anvil main gate and sell some stuff first, and then we'll make our way to Crowhaven. But it is nighttime, so we're going to have to wait, unfortunately, which is fine, I guess. So let's go ahead and wait for, let's wait for 10 hours. Wait for 10 hours until all the stores have just opened. Do something such as that, as well as wait for the graphics to finally actually catch up with themselves, which is going to take a second. That's the thing with the Unreal Engine, is that you're going to have to wait a second for the graphics to actually catch up with themselves. Which is fine, I suppose. Not a big deal, I guess. Morvane's Peacemakers. Ingredients taken from plants grow back after some time. Those born to the sign of the lover can paralyze others with a kiss. Hello there, Varel.
Val Morvane. Been making weapons and arms here in Anvil for 30 years. People say I do good work, and I don't aim to argue with them.
I got some stuff I'd like to trade to you, my friend. But I can't sell much of anything to you. I can't sell what I want to sell to you, my friend. So there's nothing that I can grab necessarily. Do you have anything I want? You have a silver longsword that I might actually want. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So thank you very much. I will go ahead and grab that. Having a silver longsword means we are going to be able to do the side area in Crowhaven, which is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and sell Debaser because I don't want Debaser anymore. I don't necessarily need that anymore. There's a steel bow. I will, well, do we need a steel bow? It deals the same amount of damage as an iron bow. I suppose I'll go ahead and take that. Suppose I can go ahead and take that. There's nothing preventing me from taking that. We don't have very many arrows, so I suppose we can go ahead and buy some steel arrows. So let's go ahead and buy 70 steel arrows. Get rid of the iron arrows. We don't need those. You know, I'm gonna buy the rest of your steel arrows. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I feel like that might be beneficial.
Thank you for your business.
Yeah, thanks very much, Varel.
Bye.
I appreciate you. Okay, so now we have a steel longsword, which is going to make life a lot easier for us. So let's go ahead and equip that, and equip that. There we go. Put on our steel arrow. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to put on my steel arrows. There we go. Perfect. Now, is there another shop that I can go to so I can actually sell this extra stuff that I don't need? Is there any other shop somewhere around here? That would be super nice if there is, but I don't see any other shops anywhere. Seems to me that Varel is the only shop around here that I can use to sell anything, which isn't necessarily what I desire. But that is okay, I guess. So let's go ahead and make our way to Crowhaven. How much inventory space we have? We have not very much. That's the main problem with carrying heavy equipment, is that we are always running low on inventory space. Alright, let's walk our way to... Hey, is that Maik? Is that Maik the liar? It is Maik.
Maik knows much, tells some. Maik knows many things others do not.
Tell me something there, Maik.
Werewolves? Where? Wolves? Men that are wolves? Many wolves. Everywhere. Many men. That is enough for Maik.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Werewolves everywhere. Many men, many wolves. That is enough for Maik. That is good to know. Alright, let's make our way over there. Let's make our running over there. Experience the entire world. Let's look around. Ooh, what's this? Arrowroot. What does arrowroot do? That's the question I'm now asking. Let's figure out what arrowroot does. Arrowroot is restore agility and damage luck. Okay, that's good to know. Is there anything we can make? Do we have any potions we can make? That's the question I'm now asking. Do we have any potions we can make? We can make a detect life potion. So that's kind of cool. We don't desperately need a detect life potion. Because I don't see myself really ever using detect life, but at the same time we can sell it. Ooh, we can do a resist disease potion. That's pretty nice. I will take that. Let's see what else we got here. Can do that. We can do resist frost. So let's do a resist frost potion. We're just kind of making potions to increase our alchemical skill, which is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a restore fatigue. We can do several restore fatigue potions, which is perfect. And what I like to see, we're gonna want to do those. We're gonna want to do restore fatigue potions because we're running low on fatigue quite often. Restore health. I'm gonna call this deer health. Deer health. Good old deer health. And then we got that. Okay, fantastic. Do we have any negative things we can make? We can make a burden potion. So let's go ahead and make that. Damage fatigue. We can make several damage fatigue potions. So I suppose let's go ahead and do that. There's nothing preventing us from doing that. So let's go ahead and make those. And do we have any damage health things that we can make? We can make a singular damage health potion. We can make a singular... Oh no, I'm calling them deer health like an idiot. I'm calling them all deer health like an idiot. Which isn't exactly what I wanted to do. That's okay. So we have a ton of potions called deer health, which isn't necessarily what we want. Is there any way that I can rename these things? Is that something that I can do? That'd be kind of cool if I could, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh well, that's unfortunate, but that's alright. So we have a ton of potions called deer health by accident, which isn't necessarily what we want, but that's alright. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We got some bergamot. I'm gonna go ahead and take the bergamot. Which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the bergamot seeds and run to Crowhaven all day long. Let's run on over there. and see what's gonna attack us. That's the big question. Oh no, there's a wolf. Hello there, Wolfie Wolf. How's it going? How's life treating you there, Wolfie Wolf? Let me go ahead and grab that wolf pelt, because I can sell that wolf pelt, which is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and sell that wolf pelt at some point. Now, is this Crowhaven way over here? It sure looks like it. So let's make our way over there. Now, there should be skeletons, among other things, here in Crowhaven, which is going to be scary, but nothing we can't handle. Hello there, skeleton. How's it going? There's a couple of skeletons. There's even an archer skeleton over there. Archer skeletons are scary. Ouch. He's hitting me with arrows, and I don't appreciate it. Can you calm down with your arrow shots? I'm going to try to shoot you back with my arrow shots as well, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Good shot there, guy. That's exactly what I would have done. You have an iron bow, which I don't need. I don't need iron bow. I have a steel bow. Steel bows are much better than iron bows, even though at this point in my archery skill level, iron and steel bows deal the same amount of damage. Whoa, how's it going there, guy? How's life? Don't appreciate that you just kind of randomly started attacking me there. That was kind of rude of you. Just a little bit rude for you to just randomly start attacking me there. Now, is there anything up here? That is the big question. Is there anything up above? Are there any chests or anything we might want? Who's to say? I don't see any... Aha! There's some gold in that chest. Suppose that's cool. 9 gold, not very much gold, but some gold. There's also another chest up here. Hello there. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of cool. Oops, I'm gonna die, I think. Okay, it's a good thing I was able to land on something there, because otherwise I would have died. And I would have been very upset had I died there. Crowhaven. Good old Crowhaven. I have entered Crowhaven. Somewhere inside I will unlock the truth that Agronacro Malag is searching for. I should be cautious, however. The fort has long since lost its noble trappings, and the presence of evil is unmistakable. The presence of evil is unmistakable. There's a wolf there. Is that the evil? Is that the evil that that is inside this place? Whoa, okay, that did not deal any damage to that wolf. It's a timber wolf, no wonder. Yeah, no wonder it didn't deal any damage. Okay, that's a lot of wolves. I'm not a big fan of how many wolves are attacking me here. This is kind of not what I want. Why are there so many wolves? This is kind of a problem. Can I use... use one of these, I am not a big fan of how many wolves there are here. This is really leading to issues for me. But we were able to kill one of them, I guess. Wow, you guys deal a lot of damage. I am not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of how much damage you deal. So can you go away? Gosh darn, that was kind of crazy. Timberwolves, they deal more damage than I would like to see. That's kind of insane. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for an hour. Go ahead and wait for an hour before we die. That would be unfortunate. So let's not die. But yeah, I wouldn't have expected that Timberwolves would be such an issue, but they did definitely wound up being an issue, especially when they all attack you at one time. I mean, even when you're wearing heavy armor, it doesn't even freaking matter, because you're still gonna take a huge amount of damage, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We can make our way through this regardless. Where are we going? I am not sure. Let's look around. There should be more animals all over the place. It says the presence of evil is unmistakable, but it seems to me the only things that are here are animals until we get to the little side area of Crowhaven, which is where we're going to be discovering a bunch of other things. So we're going to have to be careful. Do we have any cure disease potions? I don't think we do. We have resist disease, which I suppose might be helpful, because there are vampires in the side area of this of Crowhaven, So we're going to have to be careful about that. Old wooden door. With some bones, among other things. Whoa, how's it going there, Wolfie Wolf? Just going to go ahead and shoot you with a couple arrows. Man, who would have expected that wolves would be such a problem? Oh, no wonder I'm taking so much damage. It's because my equipment is broken. No wonder. Because I haven't actually, you know, improved my equipment in a million years. Which doesn't really surprise me. Okay, well I can level up. So let's go ahead and go do that at some point. Alright, this is where there's going to be a vampire, and I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared about this vampire that's gonna... Whoa, how's it going there, Pally? I would certainly hope I don't catch the vampire disease by fighting this son of a bitch. That would be sad. I would not be happy if that wound up happening. He's not wearing any armor or anything, he's just wearing nothing. He's wearing, like, sackcloth pants and no shirt. Which is just fine by me, so get out of here, Lord Leviticus. I will take your vampire dust, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, I'm pretty sure you're the only one in this room, so I'm not all that scared of anything else that's in here. So let's go ahead and look around and see if we can find anything else. Quilted doublet, don't need that. Let's look around here. What else can we find? There's a very easy chest here. I will take that very easy chest with 20 gold. Journal of Lord Leviticus. Entry 1. Beauty, pure and sublime. That is the only way to accurately describe my love, the maiden Gromalog. True, the orcs of Tamriel are often vilified by the other citizens of the Empire, and rarely would they be considered a pleasure to look upon. So is my maiden Luktev a rare breed of orc, unlike the rest of her kin in physical appearance. Nay, in fact she is the perfect representative of her race. Green skin, muscular frame and all, but beautiful she is, all the same. For who am I to judge? Who am I to criticize when so many would condemn my very existence? I can only hope my love is as understanding when she learns of my unique condition, for I have yet to reveal that most precious of secrets. Entry 2. Damn the politics of my station, taxation and trade negotiations and meetings with disingenuous aristocrats. It's sometimes enough to make me regret my birthright altogether. I've spent the latter half of my life hiding my identity, guarding my secret. But now I am faced with an even greater challenge, for if word were to get out that I have fallen in love with a servant, and an orc no less, I would be all but ruined. Such is the life of a Cyrodiilic nobleman. Entry 3. Curse me for a coward, but I have not yet found the strength to tell my beloved Luktev the truth. Perhaps it's for the best, but for what benefit is there in her knowing? She would share all of my fears, but none of my abilities. Her life would become one of doubt and uncertainty. Still, if she is to spend her remaining mortal days with me, she has the right to know the truth. Entry 4. Joy and exultation. She is with child. My beloved Luktev is carrying my child. The midwives predict a boy, and we have already settled on the name Agranak. In truth, I have never realized such miracles were even possible, but the divines have granted us their blessing, and so it shall be. I must wonder, of course, if my dear child would share in my dark gift. Only time will tell. Entry 5. Tonight the truth will be revealed. I will tell my beloved Luktev everything. She will know who I am and what I am, and we will decide how to best raise the precious child that grows in her womb. Entry 6. Betrayal. Foul and loathsome harlot. How dare Luktev question my motives, question the love I have for my own unborn child? When she learned the truth that I, the Lord Leviticus, am no longer human, that I have walked Tamriel as a vampire for the past 200 years, how quickly she judged me. So, I'm a monster, am I? Perhaps I have proven her right. Perhaps I have drained her dry when I had the chance. But I loved her as deeply as a man has ever loved a woman, and I wanted nothing more than to bring our baby into this world and embrace my new role as father. Perhaps when Luktev has come to her senses, for she refuses to come out of her room, we can have rational discourse about our future. I do not, however, retain much hope. Entry 7. Imprisoned in my own home. While I slept, Luktev locked me in my own private chambers. She called me through the doors, told me of her plan to escape with our unborn child. She means to keep my baby from me. When I get free, I will find the traitorous whore and rip the child from her very womb. Entry 8. 2 weeks. 2 weeks have passed since Luktev locked me in my quarters. Try as I might, I cannot free myself. I cannot breach the doors. If I don't feed soon, I will go mad. Entry 9. Food, blood, 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 blood. I need it. I need blood, need blood. Entry 10. Ugh. I have discovered the Journal of Lord Leviticus. It does indeed contain information about Agranak Gromalog's birth, but proves he was the spawn of a vampire. Agranak won't be happy to hear this, but it is the proof he wanted. I must take the journal to him at the Imperial City Marina Bloodworks. Now, is there a bed that I can use to sleep? Yes, there is. I'm going to go ahead and sleep for an hour. You have ascended to level 6. You sense yourself more aware, more open to new ideas. You've learned a lot about Cyrodiil. It's hard to believe how ignorant you were, but now you have so much more to learn. I'm going to go ahead and do strength. We're going to go ahead and do personality. And we're going to go ahead and do... Oh, what does endurance do again? Quickly increases your maximum health. I'm going to go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, I'm pretty sure that's everything here. I don't think there's anything else we need. So let's go ahead and make our way to the side area of this place and see if we can actually, you know, manage to do it without getting the vampire disease, which is going to be easier said than done. That's really the main problem, is that, you know, getting the vampire disease is something that's probably going to wind up happening, but we're going to do our best to avoid having that happen. So let's go over here. I mean, we do have some resist disease potions, which are going to help just a little bit. The Crowhaven Burial Halls. So yes, there are vampires in here, which is going to be scary. But, again, nothing we can't handle, I don't think. Hello there, skeleton. How's it going there, guy? It's a skeleton guardian, which is going to be a little bit harder. Just a little bit harder to deal with. Man, he hits really hard. I mean, even my block makes me lose a huge amount of stamina, which is just a little bit unfortunate. Ooh, look at that. He has a steel shield. But the steel shield... Ooh, wait. Steel shield is heavy armor. I forgot. I'm using heavy armor. Hold on. Let's see here. Rusty iron shield. Steel shield for 8. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and use that steel shield. Thank you very much. Aha. Very, very good. Very, very good. Just what I like to see. Now, is there going to be a vampire in here? Aha, yes there is, as a matter of fact. Man, this is... There is way too much going on here. Your personality is being drained. Alright, can I make these skeletons follow me? Is that something I can do? Can I make these skeletons just follow me? I don't want to fight the vampire witch hunter skeleton. That's not what I want to do. It's just going to make this take 10 times longer. But that is okay, I guess. So can I prevent that skeleton from, or that vampire from spawning another skeleton, or is it going to wind up just spawning another skeleton? Alright, so yeah, it's just going to spawn another skeleton. Alright, let's go ahead and drink a resist disease potion. And take on... Wow, you were easy to kill. You were easy to kill. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You have a steel war axe, but I don't need steel war axes, so thank you very much. Oh, hi there, chest. Weak potion of healing and a weak potion of sorcery. I will gladly take both of those. I will gladly take both of those, because you know what? I'm going to need some of both of those. So, let's go ahead and drink these resist disease potions before we take on these vampires. There's a couple of vampires in here. So let's go ahead and drink another one of those. Resist disease.
It's a fight you'll get.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Vampire spell sword. Man, you guys are very easy to kill. You guys are very easy to kill. Where is the other guy? I don't see him anywhere. He turned invisible and I cannot see him. So where is he? Hello, there you are. How's it going there, vampire archer? You're not archery. You're not using archery. You're using a sword. You have contracted horrific hemophilia, which is exactly what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Oh, man. That's exactly what I was hoping wouldn't freaking happen. Ah, fudge. That is not what I wanted to have happen. Ooh, a silver bow. I suppose I'll go ahead and take that silver bow. So let's go ahead and switch that steel bow, or switch my steel bow with a silver bow. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. That is nice. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that clears out this whole area. So now we can go ahead and get out of here. Now the last thing we're going to do in this video is we're going to go ahead and cure our disease. That's the last thing we're going to do in this video. Because we do not want to become a vampire. That is the last thing we want to have happen. That is the last thing we want to have happen. We do not want to become a vampire. So let's go cure this disease. Hopefully we can do that quickly. Hopefully we can do that in a timely fashion. So let's get the heckles out of here. Let's get the heckles out of here and cure ourselves of the vampire disease, porphyric hemophilia. Run, run, run all the way out of the world. Restoration Magicka spells that absorb fatigue, health, or magicka, temporarily transferring them to you. That's good to know. Okay, let's go ahead and go to, let's go to the anvil. Oh, I can't go to anvil. Ah, man. I can't do anvil. I can't do anvil because of the freaking quest that's there. Let's go to Skingrad. There's the chapel. There's the chapel. So let's go ahead and pray at the chapel and have our afflictions banished.
I'm listening.
Let's go do that, because I'm pretty sure we haven't done anything to piss off the gods, so I feel like we're in pretty good shape to cure our disease. So let's go do that.
How delightful. Welcome.
Glafir is acting even stranger than usual, don't you think?
Rejoice, through faith your afflictions are banished. Thank you very much. Alright guys, so that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's video. So thank you for watching this episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we continue on through the arena quest line. And as always guys, I really do appreciate you watching. It truly, truly does mean the whole world to me. I will see you guys in the next episode.